Hi, this is gonna be my review of the King's Speech by Tom Hooper, and I finally got around to watch the movie. Finally, and after it was bouncing around for quite some time, mostly limited releases, and now that the Globes are through last night, it's definitely a big deal. That's why it probably made so much money lately. Um, the King's Speech, yeah. So it's a period drama, and it features Colin Firth, Geoffrey Rush, and Helena Bonham Carter, and it's it's an interesting movie. It has an interesting premise. So it's a period drama, and it's about a speech impediment of King George the Sixth, yeah, the Sixth of Britain, and it's based on the whole movie is based on his relationship to his speech therapist, Lionel Logan, an Australian guy played by Geoffrey Rush, who's also Australian. Yeah, that meets pretty well. Yeah, and that's what makes this movie so unlikely. It's a period drama, which is for the how should I say it? The common viewer is not like the most entertaining or interesting genre, but it since it's based on two characters, two very unlikely characters, it's rather interesting. Um, so King George the Sixth has this speech therapist, and he helps him to overcome his problems and his speech impediment, of course. Uh, and as I said, the movie was bouncing around for quite some time, and it caused some huge buzz. Uh, since during award season, it as I said, it won Best Actor for Colin Firth at the Golden Globes last night, and it was the only win, although it had 7 nominations. I mean, as everyone knows, The Social Network is was the huge winner of the Golden Globe night, so we'll see what's going to happen at the Academy Awards. We all know period dramas are always good bad at awards. First of all, the movie lists by its performances. We have two really great performances by Colin Firth and Geoffrey Rush, and a good performance by Helena Bonham Carter. She didn't seem that outstanding to me. Maybe it was because she wasn't around for that much of time, but she just seemed to do her job. She was good, but she wasn't remarkable. Um, so the interesting part is Colin Firth is in the movie not an entirely sympathetic character. At the beginning he's this somehow socially awkward prince, and he's living outside real society since he's a royal, and since he's not super sympathetic, he doesn't have real friends. Like in one of the scenes, he's actually like talking about that stuff, but I don't want to spoil you too much. And he has a pretty bad temper. Like he can become really aggressive and loud and start swearing and stuff. And because of that, the movie actually got an R rating, which is really weird. Uh, because there are use of the mean F word and some other stuff. So parents, leave your kids at home. This is a bad movie. It features no violence but bad words. So um, so we have Colin Firth, who's transitioning from this or not extremely weird, but somehow unsympathetic character to become a better character or a better person by by his friend or his speech therapist, what he is in the beginning, Lionel Logan, and who later becomes his friend. That's what it is. Um, and he is Lionel Logan himself is from an entirely different world. He's like from the, I would say, middle class maybe, and he's he's a nice guy. He's funny. He's outgoing, and he's witty in the way he speaks and in the way he moves. I really like him. Like Geoffrey Rush, finally is back on track. He's not, although he's making these stupid Pirates of the Caribbean movies. He's good in that. He's really good in here. Um, the way I understood the King's Speech was it was partly a buddy movie between these two persons. So we have two guys with, how should I say it, shortcomings. Um, we have Colin Firth, and he has a speech impediment, and we have Lionel Logan, aka Geoffrey Rush, who's a nice guy, who's his therapist, but who has a shortcoming because he's somehow something of a failed actor. There's a scene in the movie he auditions for a role in the play and he fails on a grand scale. So he has a shortcoming. He's not a perfect person either. Um, and in some weird way, I understood the movie also um, as kind of a sports movie in some weird way. So we have Colin Firth. He's the underdog, and he has to overcome obstacles like in this movie. It's mostly his speech impediment and also his mean-spirited douchebag brother Guy Pearce, who plays what's his name, David, who becomes king before him. But oh no, I don't want to spoil. I'm not gonna spoil you, but I'll let you know. Guy Pearce plays Colin Firth's older brother in the movie. Um, yeah, so Colin Firth has to overcome as the underdog his brother to become king and to hold a great speech at the end of the movie. That's basically what it is about. That's why it's called the King's Speech, of course. Um, so overall, I would say the movie was good. It was a good movie. It's definitely worth the watch, but I really don't understand why it's causing that much buzz. It's a good movie. It's not as outstanding as many people try to make it. Maybe I didn't see something that other people saw, but for me it was a nice watch, but it wasn't super remarkable or anything. It was draggy at times, but if both Firth and Rush were on screen, then it was it was great. It was entertaining, and it made me want to keep watching because there was some real character development. It was interesting. It was funny. It was entertaining. Um, so I can't really point to what it is, but it even in the end, even when Firth is holding his great speech, it's not as moving, or it didn't move me as much as it was supposed to. So maybe I have to give the movie a second watch or something. But on first viewing, it didn't give me the chills. There are other movies that made me really, you know. Uh, so as my final verdict, I would say 6 out of 10 for this movie. So that's for it, and see you later.